you just give us your thoughts on Seattle and how your team's been looking in training so far?
Seattle's historically very mature team. Probably one of the higher winning percentages in playoff appearances over the last decade, and so they're definitely a formidable opponent and somebody you have to respect, be humble going into. But also, we have a lot of confidence. We've been training well over these 12 weeks, and we're gonna do as always, go with our game, with our identity, and do our best.
And what's the challenges of facing like another possession-based team like them? You guys really want to hold that possession, but they're also one of the top teams at that.
Yeah, that's always an interesting dynamic, right? Both teams want to play with initiative, and ultimately, what happens, I think, is who takes advantage of the possessions they have, and then how your pressing is. So even though possession will be important here, our pressing will be really important. See if we can limit their possession.
When you're facing a club that is one of the gold standards of the league, can this be almost a litmus test for you guys to see just how far you have come?
Uh, every week at the first division, in the first division, is a litmus test. To be honest, this is a league that has so much parity. At the end of the day, you play LAFC last week. They've been champions. We played Columbus. They've been recently champions. We played LA Galaxy. They've been recently champions. So it's like every time you turn your head, there's another litmus test in front of you, and that's exactly what we want. Like, this is what we get up for in the morning, is to play these big games.
And having the new guy show up with some local ties, how quick? What's it like to have another local kid on the roster, and how quickly can he get himself into playing shape and get some minutes?
Yeah, so we've always said one of our goals was to be a reflection of the community. So again, bringing in homegrown talent is important. Eventually, developing homegrown talent right over there on those fields, that will happen. And no, Milan's a great guy. He's a very good player. He's coming from FC Nordsjælland, so he knows the principles. He knows the style of play. So his transition should be very quick from a football perspective. And now it's just a matter of getting him physically ready. But it'll be quicker than most players that come in.
That's what I was going to ask: is how similar are the styles of everything kind of in the pipeline of the season?
Yeah, the style of play is exactly the same. The game idea is exactly the same. There's no deviation from it. Little tactical nuances because we play in different leagues and we have different types of players, but and the principles of play are the same. So he's going to find way more continuity than differences. The differences will be in the little details.
From a coach's perspective, how nice is it if you do have someone go down to injury that you have a pipeline, you can pull somebody who's capable in almost immediately?
It's massive. I think I said in the preseason that we're starting something from scratch at one level, but we're not at another because we joined the Right to Dream family. And when you join the Right to Dream family, it means that you already have an academy in Ghana, in Egypt, in Denmark, now in San Diego, and you have a club, sister brother club in Denmark.
How is Chucky?
It was good for him to get back on the field, and he's just eager to have a good performance, help the team win, and show everybody that we're a top team. And yeah, he'll definitely be playing more minutes. Yeah, I think so. At the end of the day, though, habits are die hard, and habits are really hard to fully ingrain. So we'll start. We've been starting to layer in more and more detail each week, but we have not taken our eye off of the basics because the basics are what got us to the starting point such a quick time, and ultimately the basics done really well will actually help us get to the next level. So we still have a whole nother level to get to when it comes to doing the basics, but I would say that's a fair statement.
And then from a coach's perspective, and this is a very philosophical question, but how do you know when a club is ready to start getting more nuance with some things and make sure that they're not maybe falling behind for where they can do, but also not drinking from the fire hose with too much information?
Yeah, I think it starts from a starting point of just respecting how smart these guys are, keeping it simple as a coach because sometimes we get in our own way, thinking we're smarter than we are. Ultimately, if you do the basics really well and you keep things simple for them, they're also smart enough to start filling in the blanks. They don't need to be taught football. These are guys who have done this for a living for a long time and have done it at really high levels. So it's also just understanding that it's a partnership and it's not me teaching them football. It's more giving them clarity about what we're looking for and then also providing them that space to be themselves within that structure and also fill in the blanks.
Do you anticipate Milan playing this weekend at all?
No, he won't play this weekend. We'll get him through a full week of training, and then he'll start competing for playing time.
Turn him loose.
Yeah.
Can you just tell us how you've been feeling so far and what you're looking forward to this weekend against Seattle?
So far, I'm feeling very good. Getting a lot of minutes, and with the team performing in a good way with good results. Bouncing back after a loss in Austin, then a win at home was a good feeling for us. And yeah, personally, it's been good. Hope to keep that up.
And there's been a lot of changes on the front line. How do you deal with that as a forward and dealing with so many new players that are joining this team and also performing at a high level?
I think that's how it is on top level football. That injuries can come, changes will be there. It's a long season, but yeah, of course, with good trainings and relationships with everybody up front, we can create like damage to other teams, and I think we've shown that. And now also Chucky is coming back, and it's helping the team as well, and people is taking their chances.
Coming off that loss in Austin and then come out against LA and scored 3 in the first 40 minutes. How impressive was that response after the disappointing loss?
That was very nice. We felt it on the pitch as well. We're very happy with the first 42 minutes of the first half. But then of course we can't be happy with the last 7-8 minutes. So yeah, the feeling in the dressing room at halftime was not as good as it maybe could be. But still we had the good belief that we will create more, and then of course with the red card for them early in the second half, the how do you say, like the momentum, the game perspective changed a little bit. They 1 goal behind, 1 man down. And we of course want to keep the ball, and we had the 3 points in the pocket and want to take it home. Yeah.
Assisting on 2 of the goals off the set pieces. What's the secret to scoring off of a play where you can set things up and get going? Because they can be very difficult because the defense is setting as well.
It is very difficult, and I think we've been doing a great job out here. Close to every day we look at the set pieces with Jason, and yeah, it's been good. And of course it's about the delivery, but also the way people positionizing them in the box, and then of course score it or head it in. So yeah, when you work a lot on things, sometimes it will give you some good things in the weekends, and we definitely have been doing a hard work with the set pieces, because we know like it's an easy goal to get, and it's a goal that can decide the games.
You mentioned how much you've been playing. Are you surprised at the number of minutes you've been getting, and how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, but of course I'm coming from a season which starts in July with preseason, and didn't have much summer break because of the Euros in Germany, and so yeah, it's been a long season so far for me until now, but it's nice to be out here, and with guys like Franco also, it makes me happy. So yeah.
And then bringing a guy like Milan, a local kid. How nice is it to have a little bit extra depth, but also to have somebody who's coming in from a system that he's already a little bit familiar with what's going on.
Yeah, and he was in Nordsjælland as well, a team I know also, and Jeppe and Marcus also know him. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to bring in another player, and just make that the competition in the front is keeping everybody on their toes, and yeah, even in training is a tough when we play 11 against 11.
Anders, can you tell us something about the new project, the podcast? We heard it's interesting. What do you think? What do you feel in that?
It's nice. I like that that we can give some chill information vibe to the fans, and they can have a little look about what we're thinking as footballers and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a good thing that we started that, and I hope that the fans will love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyway, could you just tell us how you're feeling with with just playing with this team, learning a new style, and then looking forward to Seattle?
Great, great. I think we're looking good in the first 6 games. We're doing really well, and we improve every single week. Uh, we know the games coming. It's really tough for us. So Seattle is a really good team. They have really good players, but I think if we wanna continue to win games, we have to try to keep working in the same style we play.
Have you been surprised by how well the team has performed starting off?
No, because I think we're doing really good preseason. We don't win the first 2 games in the preseason, but I think we know everyone in this team that we have the quality to try to build every single day in every single training. And what Mikey wants, I think in this point we're looking really well, but we have to keep going.
Looks like everyone gets along really well on this team. How
Sorry, because Alejandro is here. Alejandro, go.
There you go.
Hey, go, no. Hey, Alonso,
Yeah,
tacate. Hey.
stand in front of the camera.
No.
Obviously, you guys get along very well. How quickly did the chemistry and the friendships build?
So fast, I think, because if you see every single player here is new. We have player for different culture, different country. Most of the players come from Europe, new in the league. This league is little bit different. You have so many travel, this long year for everyone. But the guys start to build like that patience, that sacrifice for the group. I think this is really good for everyone.
What challenges does Seattle offer?
Big challenge because we know, everybody knows Seattle is a top team. They win the CONCACAF Champions League a couple of years ago. They played the World Cup club this year, and they like to fighting. Is that team fighting every single game away and home, and made difficult to play against, But we know we have to working hard to try to take 3 points home again.
And then when you've got a team like that, is this kind of a test almost of where you guys are right now? You got a really good club coming.
Yeah, it's good. It's good test because we play against ALFC. For me, one of the best things in MLS, and we're doing really well. And we play against Austin, also a really good team. I think every single game is test for us. But we know if we want to make playoff and we want to be like top team, we have to win that game, that cup of game, because if you want to be like really good in the league, you have to win against really good team, every single week.
How's week 1 going so far?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been a bit crazy. Long flight in, and then got here 2 days ago, I think now. So good to be with the group for session today. So it's good to be out there, and yeah, it's good to be with the group, meet the guys, and get to work actually, because now all the other stuff's done and it's ready to play.
How welcoming is this group? It looks like it's a bunch of guys who get along really well.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, since I've been here, it's been great. It seems like everyone gets along really well. The locker room seems great. A lot of good guys. So I look forward to getting to know everyone more and yeah, get to know the team a lot better.
They're sister teams. How similar is the style of play? So how quickly can you get in here and actually get some quality minutes in?
Yeah, no, I think it's very similar. Of course, there's going to be little things, different players, different staff, different voices, but it's the same message, I think. So same mentality. So it should be, pretty easy, seamless transition for me. So I'm looking forward to it. Excited to get to work, and if there are any differences, getting to know those. But I think it should be pretty much overall the same message. So looking forward to getting in and getting minutes right away.
Watching the team from afar, what's your first impressions of how the team's played so far this season?
Yeah, of course I've kept up with it just because I'm from here, so like my family's all interested in watching the game. So I watched the ones I could. It's a pretty big time difference back in Denmark, but I watched the Austin game and I watched opening night against Galaxy. But yeah, the groups look great. Great results. I think great start. But you can see the style straight away, and the team looks really good. It looks like they got it figured out, and of course it's just the start. I know there's big goals and big aspirations in the locker room, so I don't anticipate people slowing down or being happy with it. We're gonna keep pushing now and keep chasing good results.
How did you find out you were coming home to play for a little while?
Yeah, I just got a call from my agent. Of course, there's a lot of rumors of me coming here in the past, just with the sister clubs and me being a local kid and everything. So, but no, I mean, I think with Marcos's injury, the club needed something with a quick fix. I think it was, it made a lot of sense for me playing in that position and being someone that understands the style and understands, the travel in America and stuff like this. So, yeah, it should be good. And yeah, it was a fun call to get. And I was like, oh, and then we started. I was like, ah, really? Like, is it actually happening this time? And he was like, yeah. He's like, if you want it, and I was like, let's see what happens. And then all of a sudden, a couple days later, and I'm on a plane, so it happened pretty quickly. But it was a fun call to have.
What's it mean to you to be able to come here and play in your hometown?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, like I grew up not far from here. I grew up in Escondido, so just in this off season, I was doing a little kick around with some local kids in the park in Escondido. I come back here every off season and train. Both my brothers are from here and play here. My whole family lives here, so everyone's really excited. I mean, I can't tell you how many calls for tickets I've gotten already, but no, it means everything. I feel like I also embrace like San Diego. I do love the city. My family's never gonna leave, and yeah, to us it's the best place in the world. So wouldn't rather be anywhere else.
And what's the pecking order of who gets the tickets? You can't appease everybody.
Mom first, or I'll be in big trouble.
Good answer.
Mom always first, and then grandma. Then if grandma doesn't get it, then mom's gonna get in trouble with grandma. So I gotta give it to her. But no, I mean, I already am asking guys how many tickets can I get from you. So a lot of international guys here, so I can get 2 or 3 from pretty much everyone, which is good. So it's nice.
For those who are unfamiliar with your style of play, how would you describe it?
Yeah, I'm an attacking player. I feel comfortable playing anywhere in the attack. I feel really comfortable around the goal and scoring goals and creating chances. But also feel like I work really hard for the team. So yeah, I feel like I can play anywhere in the front and hopefully entertain and score some good goals while I'm here.
We're talking about with Mikey Varas. He says something special in the match, or in the next match. Do you want to stay? I don't know. He's close, but.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't spoken with him for Saturday yet. Of course, I just flew in and it was a big time change and all this stuff. But I think I'll have a discussion with him to see exactly what he wants from me in the short term. But of course, over the time that I'm here. So I look forward to a chat with him and seeing the plan for me.
Do you approach this as the loan's up in July, but things can always be extended. Do you approach this as I'm only here for a couple of months, or I'm looking for something maybe to win a little spot longer term?
No, I mean, yeah, of course, the loan, it is a shorter loan, but I do approach it like with a lot of pride, and I approach it like it's an opportunity for me to hopefully play a lot of minutes in a great team in a good league and in my city, so I look at it like an opportunity to prove myself and hopefully earn a long-term contract here, but also just to show myself well and make my family proud in the months that I am here for sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.